Stampers and Crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And today is a lovely rainy day in Seattle, Washington, and it's also Humpback Sketches. So this is our sketch for today. It was done by the simplestamping.com, which is Connie, and she has this great design. And all I did was, she got a focal point. She has all the dimensions right here, so you don't have to go very far. And I'm just gonna show you what I made. This one was a little bit tricky for me because I think I have one card that's really nice and one card that's not, but I'm going to go ahead. You can tell me what you think. So the first card that we are going to do is this card. And it is made with the autumn leaves. And this is the bundle. We're using this big leaf, and then we're using these two leaves, and what I did was cut them. So as you open it up, you can see we have these beautiful, dies in here. Lots and lots of leaves. We'll use these leaves next. We also have a little bit of a text box for you. I haven't used this, but this could be done fun on the side. Okay, and then you also have the vein that goes inside the leaf. And this is going to be really hard because it's a little bit backwards right now. But we have that. So we're using this one that has a lot of the color. We'll use this vein. And then we are using this. And then we will die cut them out. All right? Then our beautiful Sending Love Your Way is done with the Regal Flora. And all I did was use the stamp set. So that's it. Colors on here are Pumpkin Pie. And the veins are Cajun Craze. We have Old Olive in the back. I don't know if you can see that. With Mossy Meadow that made the veins. The writing is in Cajun Craze. On the inside, this is Balmy Blue. We have Fresh Freesia, and then we have our white insert. Now, I love this. I absolutely love this designer series paper, and it is called Splendid Autumn, and it's 6x6. And on one side, it has these absolutely beautiful, like autumn and spring, meadows, landscape. It's absolutely beautiful. These are used. And then, like the color that I used today, it has this beautiful little sun. I was hoping I was going to get the sun on it. And then on the other side, it just kind of has these colors with a little bit of the darker color and or some black on the outside. So, or on the inside, or all over. So anyway, that's what I used. So I just cut it down so it could be part of my card today. And then I wanted to add, I didn't do a circle, so I just decided that I would let the leaves be the focal point, which is the circle. All right, so that's what we're going to do today. So I have everything that is ready. This card should go together pretty fast. So my number one thing is that I do have the center inside. And then I'm going to just take my my Stampin' Seal and my silicone pad, because it gives me a better run with my tape. And again, you don't have to pull the tape really tautly and get really aggressive with it. You just want to be nice and easy. Now, I am doing this on the card because when I cut everything, I decided that I really wanted to make sure that this was on the outside so we could get a nice diagonal. So that's what I did with that. And then I'm going to bring in the Regal Flora stamp and my Cajun Craze. And all I'm going to do is just give it a nice little stamp. And I'm doing it towards the end. And it's towards the left side. And again, you're going to press and then release, because you really want that ink to get soaked up in the cardstock. So, getting that out of the way, then we need to stick this onto the Mossy Meadow. And remember, if you run to the outside, this will just pick it up. So you don't have to worry about this sticking to it, because nothing sticks. It's like Teflon. Nothing sticks to Teflon, you know. And then from here, all we're going to do is put this on. And I'm just going to look where my leaf will go, because I don't really want the leaf hanging out past the blue, okay, the Balmy blue. And then I have this, and I am going to take my Snips, and I'm going to just cut right up the center. And then I am just kind of adding a little bit of curves to these so it looks like it fits, even though this part at the bottom is not going to show at all. But I was worried about the top up here. And the same with this. I'm just going to give it a round edge so then I can put it behind. So I am going to stick this down to the cardstock. And again, I am not using all of it, so I don't feel like I have to go all the way. So I put it diagonally. Then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to cut along the edge. This edge you do have to be careful with because it's the one that has the fold in it. It's okay if there's some hanging over. So now we have our diagonal going on. I did everything in the 5.5, so I had a little bit more room. So now I want to look at where my, there you go, this one's going to be a little bit different than the other one. And I may put these down towards the bottom, towards the top, just so we can get a little bit of, so your eye kind of moves a little bit, but I also don't want there to be a great big hole. So I'm going to try to remember where I put that. But I'm going to hold off because I don't remember very much anymore. Just kind of moving everything and I think I added dimensionals on these, but I think I'm just going to stick this one down. All right, let's go ahead. This one will go right in here. This one will go up here. There you go, and this one will just go ahead and fall down. We'll just add it in place. But I hope I can take this off without tearing everything. Dr. Tucker, here we go. I forgot one thing. You wondered how we got the yellow here. So all I did was that I brought in my crushed curry and my small I'm just going to do that, and my small blending brush. I'm going to go off to the side, and now all I did was I blended color in. That was it. So I just have color on the side, so it looks like I added some deeper color into my leaf, and really I didn't. So now I want to make sure that I turn this over. There we go. And there's our card. I didn't put anything on the inside because I just think that lots of people have lots of different things to say. And whenever you're sending love, it's like autumn time, fall time, it's getting dark. You know, I think it's up to you to make the decision on what you would like to have inside. So these are our first two cards. And that went together pretty easy. So now, our next card is going to have a different twist to it. It looks like this. And I really like this card. This was my favorite card that I made. And I made this second. And I knew what direction I wanted to go with that. But, God, I had to use some of that Splendid Autumn Designer Series paper. But this one, what we are doing is that we are using the Beautiful Autumn on the outside. Instead of using white, we are using vanilla. We are using the Distressed Tile 3D. I think, let me get this for you. 3D embossing folder. It's a really beautiful folder. We are going to use some gold adhesive-backed gems. And then everything else will be a die cut. And we're using the die cut in here. So this is going to be one of our die cuts, sitting sideways. And then we are using these two for the leaves. And then we are just using the saying, autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful, which I totally agree with. All right, our colors here are Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Crushed Curry, Pumpkin Pie, another Crushed Curry, and then I just went with a color that I just thought was beautiful. And again, we're using the Splendid Autumn, both on the, the diagonal strip and also on the inside. All right, so I've already taken the time, as you know, to run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This is the ink, and this is done in our Cajun Craze. This one's going to be just a little bit smaller as it goes across. We've got to make sure that this is a vanilla insert with our little 1/2 inch by 4 inches. So as we put this all together, I think I'm going to do this a little bit differently so you can see. I'm just going to take this and when I put it on here, I'm going to put it on just a little bit different. So some of you that really want to have, I like the blue at this end, that would like to just have things cut very formally and very to the point, that's what we're going to do with this. So I'm just going to put it on so we can't make any mistakes. We're going to lay it diagonally. And we're just going to take it to the side. And then we're going to turn it over. And then all we're going to do is take our snips and cut off the edges. So this one's going to have a different look than what mine looked like, my first card. Because this is embossed, I really like to take my green glue or my Tombow glue and put it along the embossed area. Reason that happens, there's a lot of ridges in the embossed, and what happens is sometimes the adhesive, for me, doesn't always stay and stick. So I end up having to put some of the Tombow glue in on the corners is usually where they are, because the corners start to lift. So it's just easier to put the green glue or the Tombow glue all the way around. Now, you're going to see the difference right now. This one just cuts off so you can see the crushed curry on the outside, but this one does not. All right, so we need to get out all our little leaves. And all I did was I just adhered them down and put the saying over top. That was it. I wanted the yellow one to be the furthest one, or the crushed curry to be the furthest one away, because I didn't want it to be close to the border. Come on. And tomorrow is a nail day, so I'm pretty excited about my nails getting done. It's time. And it's Halloween tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. Have you guys gotten all your cards out? You gotta make sure that you send some cards to people. Let them know that you're thinking of them. Halloween's a great time. Holidays are a great time just to let people know that you're in their thoughts. So if you haven't, get 5 cards out for tomorrow. I have some really good tutorials on what you can do for Halloween cards. Please feel free to take a look at them and case them. Here we go. There it is. And then I'm just going to look where I'd like to stick this. That looks pretty nice. And remember, if you are on Facebook, please, 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 please take this sketch and show me what you do by adding your card in the comment section. If you are on YouTube, please make sure that you just take a look, like me, look at what I do with this. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, because I really enjoy making these cards for you. So the last thing we are going to add is we are going to add our gold adhesive backs. Well, doggone it. Looks like I got some. Nope, I don't. I thought I had some adhesive on the back of this, but it's kind of stuck on the inside of my paper here. Okay, this is a good time. If you find yourself at a loss, you lost the backing on the back of your gems, rhinestones, etc., you can always go to your pumpkin, paper pumpkins, and they have little glue dots in there. Grab a glue dot because it's usually they're smaller. Otherwise, you can just take one of the glue dots and stick it on. And then as you see, there's not anything hanging out. So this one's a little bit bigger than I planned on using. And so I'm just going to stick it down right here. And then I'm just going to keep adding them. I want one right up here and one right down here. And again, I like to do things in threes. I like them to look like different types of triangles. So you can always add more, add less, but it seems like your eyes travel better when they're in odd numbers. So you want to be able to see the whole card. So that's what we're doing. And that is my card for today. I hope that you enjoyed that. Look at these. Aren't these beautiful? They're just beautiful autumn cards. I love fall cards. I love it when the leaves are changing and the beautiful colors are all around. So here we go. These are the cards. I hope you enjoyed the cards. Every Wednesday, I do a hump day sketches. I do lots of different things to give you lots of different ideas on how you can create. And I'm very grateful to every sketch that I use and to all the people that create them, because I know it takes time to do so. And I am just totally awed by you doing something like that, because I know how long it takes. But those are my cards today. You can always go to my website where there will be more information on how I created these cards to help you out to create your own cards. But I just want to give you a great big hello. Again, my name is Kevon. I'm from ktstamps.com, and I love creating cards for you. So thank you so very much for dropping in for as much time as you want to my stamp studio. And I just hope you will come back and see me whenever you like. Drop me a line if you have any questions. Love to be your demonstrator if you do not have one. And have a great day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.